That's what I hate about Florida. Even on the inside of the box there, it's got sand. Ugh. Top of the morning. I've been working on this P2A00 code, and the idea today is to try and see what the short-term fuel trims are with and without the air box on. So just so you know, the intake was ported quite a while ago. The lower intake, the upper, that's been modified, but that wasn't showing an issue before. I have a spacer right there, and yeah, stock tube with a stock box. Let me see what's inside of the box to show you what type of filter is in here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Where are we at here? Okay. So that's what I hate about Florida. Even on the inside of the box there, it's got sand. Ugh. Again, so everything behind that is sand, which is free to just flow into my motor or hit the mass airflow sensor. That's not good. Didn't know that before, but yeah, there's sand right there, and even a little bit more. So obviously that, air filter's catching something. I'm just having something creep by. I hope that's not hurting the new mass airflow sensor. You can kind of see a little bit of sand, which is enough past that seal mark or whatever you want to call it. That right there, that would be, I believe, where the filter actually sits and seals. Alright, so I just cleaned the air box, and just to show you, I'm not just going off of the readings here, it is, if I can find the plug, my goodness. Going off of the readings, it really has popped up in my system again. For the Lord. Okay. Key on. Ouch. I'll cut the light off so it's easier to see the screen. I would just love to go sliding in a safe off-road area, not on city streets. Alright, one code found. I'm gonna go pending. 430. Catalyst threshold bank 2. Okay. And P2A00. There that is in pending. We'll go back, see what's stored. P2A00. I'm about to get a tattoo. After this is done, I might get a tattoo P2A00. Just with a scratch mark through it, something like that. So that's in there. Is it still warming up? But I think I remember when this is all warmed up that it's around like -4 to -7. So it's like it's making it lean, if I understand the short fuel trim. Is if it's on the negative side, then it's purposely drawing fuel out. And if it's on the positive side, it's adding fuel by the factory fuel map. Please feel free to correct me, because I mean, and what I should do is erase the actual code and then probably restart and do all this, because with the code set, I suppose making its own adjustments. So there's trouble code. 38. Let's see here. She was there. Here it is right there. Which the voltage, you know, as you see, 0.235. Doesn't really seem like it's doing too much of waving, and then 0.56, 0.57. So even with or without it keeping up with the actual ratio of it waving, those two numbers just consistently are just off. Why is that? Every time I get on the throttle, it's just going lean. It'll come back up. Is that my fuel pump? Is it catching up with the duty there, and then it's actually where it's supposed to be rich, but then I'm just sitting here and it's just driving down. It's almost like the fuel pressure just drops a little bit to where it's lean, and then I'll come off of the throttle and it reaches past the half point and back into the more rich side. Fuck. Something I have noticed is after I came back from the trip, the 6-hour, I guess, round trip, my gas, it's not the gas mileage. My gas mileage is good, but it smells like gas, like raw gas more than it has than usually, which is something I've noticed, and then I just had that confirmed. So 23.2. And once I got back in town, I, you know, kind of raced it a little bit, you know, just to see what it was doing, because I was more confident because I was around the corner to my house. But 23.2 after resetting it right before the start of it and just cruising on the way there. But that's where I'm at with that. I mean, it's decent, but that goes with the whole lean situation, which necessarily isn't good for the motor itself. So yeah, my vehicle smells like raw fuel of some sort. So I'm thinking with I think on that service manual, it says something about the fuel injectors possibly being an issue, and I'm thinking before I wanted to replace the fuel injectors. So is it possible that I need to go after the fuel injector or fuel pump to get this to be right? There's a subscriber that even said they're going through the same thing, and even after a motor swap they were having the same issue. And any motor swap that I've done, I don't replace the fuel pump with it. So maybe that'd be the fuel pump. The way that chart looked, it looked like it was drawn and it just couldn't keep up with demand even at idle, or me with no load and being stick shift here. So man, what the fuck. All right, here we go. Let's see here. This is without the air filter. So the air filter is pulled from the air box. And yeah, that goes with it smelling very rich. There's a trail coming from my exhaust. You can see that little smoke ring. It's a nice, beautiful 75-degree day today. One bolt in the lower right there, that one. Right there. That one was loose, just a little bit, so I went ahead and retightened that one. And then I went ahead and went around the whole top side there and just retightened. Nothing else was loose, but I did want to just make sure that everything was kind of snug up. All the bolts that I could get to. I am smelling now like a raw fuel smell. I ran it, I think it was last night, and just in the garage just warming it up, and I happened to notice that after I stopped it, after maybe 10 minutes of running, not going anywhere, that the tailpipe had a curl of smoke coming out of it that seemed like it was maybe burning off raw fuel. And yeah, it smells like raw fuel at some point, so I wanted to stop and make sure I didn't have any leaks that I could see, because I'm not trying to catch this beauty on any other color. I just want to keep it blue and not a bright fiery blue. So yeah, I'm gonna go from there and see what this computer says from there. Alright, so no codes, even though it's giving me a yellow, which means not everything is checked off. Engine coolant temperature is 75, which matches the outside perfectly. Go down the long way, I guess, on this same scanner I've been using. Intake air temperature seems a little bit high, but overall almost there. Said it's 75. I'm in the garage. I mean, it's not even 80 yet, but it might be just a hair off. Hopefully no sand got in there. Regardless, just resting. Even bank 1 sensor 1 310, bank 1 sensor 2 280, but bank 2 sensor 1 610, which is the one that I'm going against. So bank 2 sensor 1 610 versus 310. Let's get this started. Make sure we're not in a gear here. I'm trying to go through the door. Let the computer pick back up. Okay, 305, 290. So you wanted the fuel trim, or it's drawn out already. -3, -7, negative 4.7. So let's go to graph. So we're still bouncing that difference. If you can see that 215, 560. It's still in warm-up. There's a clear difference in the two banks. And even with it idling down, it just seems like it just keeps drawing fuel out. It wants to add it, and then there's a little spike there. Okay, I'm trying to keep focus on that number so you can see how that number is too. But it's still chilly. Still on the cold side there. Gotta get gas. My poor mileage. But with the mileage comes, I mean, different out of the box problems, I think, which is why this might be not exactly the most simple, because every video I've seen is always like, oh, it's just a O2 sensor, or this O2 sensor, or possibly a exhaust leak, which I think I've covered all my exhaust leaks, and I'm pretty sure I got 4 O2 sensors. I've been switching them out with the old ones, and it doesn't really seem to be doing too much of a difference. Not enough to fix the issue. Just real light gas, going up to about 1500, just so you can hear what 2000 sounds like. Okay, so that's what was happening. 15, 17, and that's about $2,000 there. Mine is still warming up. .9. I mean, you can see those dips down to negative 9.4, and trying to give blips up to 2K. So it's like every time I hit the gas almost, it's like it's always on the negative side. It'll come back somewhere around idle, it looks like, and keep it from falling on its face, but why is there more fuel now that, you know what I mean, I'm up over idle? Every time I touch the gas, it just wants to just go on the negative side there. So if you can explain that to me, that would be fantastic, because that's I'm having a fuel pressure drop. I mean, it's about warmed up now. I mean, that's pretty much where it lays at whenever it's you know, driving. So that's about warmed up. Poor mileage. And just sitting there, you know what I mean? Like you're 1.5 up. You know, you're on the positive side, and then beautiful sound from the exhaust, but still, it's just all negative. And then it wants to bring it back up. That's what it looks like from here. Please let me know what you think, because 2 heads are better than 1, for sure. So I hope this is helpful. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the actual air filter as we speak. So let me actually, I'm gonna throw this over the steering column here. Okay, We'll go out here and pull the air filter right now without even stopping the car. Oh. Okay, make sure that doesn't fall into the motor or something. Maybe just my luck. Okay, so we're back there with no air filter. Okay, and it's even more on the negative side, just even idling. Yeah, that's seems like it's drawing out more fuel. If I'm understanding this correctly, right? Because if it's on the negative side, then it's the computer's trying to draw out fuel, and then on the positive, the computer is adding fuel at that moment. If I'm right, I don't know. Please let me know. It's like fuel pressure is almost ready to be like there, and then it just drops right out, almost. I don't know. So yeah. Please explain to me anything you know that I don't, or like seriously. I'm open to suggestions. I'm trying to figure this out because yeah, this has been a fun one. This video is not sponsored by BetterHelp, but if you find yourself having a headache with your car, like fuel trims that are extremely low, get yourself some BetterHelp. You know what? While I'm here, I'm trying to record this. Let me see if does it. Oh, it's going back up a little bit. What is that waveform? What the deuce is that? Okay, so I'm going to put my air filter back on, see if that goes back to the way it was, or if it's just doing something funky. Let me see what, is there another fuel trim that I can watch? Thing 2 isn't even there. So we're still bouncing 230 versus 559, so 23 versus 59. It's too much of a difference for it to run right. But bank 2, sensor 1. I mean, that is just all in the negative. Yeah, this is bank 2 sensor 1, and wow, this is different. If you could explain that to me, that would be fantastic. I don't get fuel trim as much. It's just not cluing in for me right now. So yeah, SOS, send help. Let me know what you think. I appreciate everybody supporting and going through this problem with me. Hopefully we can figure out this problem together, because I would love to go drive my car more confidently, knowing that I'm not gonna, blow one of these sidewalls out, or the cylinder walls. I want to blow a sidewall out of my tire, you know what I mean, like kind of just dispersing the rubber back into the asphalt type deal. That would be fantastic. Just cruise, have a good time with my car. So I just love to. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope this was helpful. Yeah, please let me know what you think about the fuel trim that's been going on with this. I have done an ECU reset with this. as far as erasing the code, and yeah, it just keeps coming back at me, and I'll drive for a little bit, and then as soon as it seems like I shut it off, maybe 1 or 3 times, and after that, it just seems like it wants to pop up out of nowhere, and then it'd be like, hey, like, hello again. So it doesn't take long. It just takes it for a time for it to cycle. So let me know what you think. Until next time, have a good one.